It's a bit overwhelming to see my own face on such a massive screen, but I suppose that's part of the new equation. Bonnie is already backstage trying to coordinate my victory parade, so I have a little time to sit down and really process this with you.
The champion's official data grid.
Before we dive into the details, Alexa, could you bring up the verified Monarch profile for our viewers?
Monarch name, CLEMONT of Lumious. Title, the Sovereign of Science. Primary region, Kalos. World ranking, Masters 8 number 1. Key accolades, the Lumious breakthrough. First trainer to implement real-time biomechanical analysis in a regional final. Grand Duke of the Battle Chateau, achieving the highest rank of nobility in the Kalosian tradition. Director of the Kalos Technical Academy, his newly founded institution for battle engineering. The Diantha Eclipse, the only trainer in history to defeat Mega Gardevoir without losing a single team member to a fairy-type move. The fan-voted Elite 8. The screen behind me shifts into a 2x4 grid, glowing with the energy signatures of the 8 Pokemon the world has officially dubbed the Monarch's Arsenal. Jolteon, the high-speed scout. Its role is frequency saturation, moving so fast it creates static interference that confuses opponents. Luxray, the heart of the team, utilizing X-ray vision to track muscle twitch fibers, allowing for near-perfect evasion. Tyrantrum, the kinetic anchor. Its presence forces the opponent to switch tactics from speed to survival, as its jaw lock is inescapable. Raichu, the battery. It stores energy from the environment to provide a secondary power source for the rest of the team. Chestnut, the spiky bastion. Its defense is calculated based on the physics of energy dispersion, making it a living fortress. Bunnelby, the precision tunneler. Small but mighty, it uses the ground to manipulate the arena's geography. Mega Manectric, the overclocked engine. Its lightning-fast strikes are designed to end battles before the opponent can recalibrate. Magnezone, the orbital sentry. It uses electromagnetic tethering to prevent any Pokemon from fleeing the battlefield. The battle recap, how science toppled a queen.
Diantha's Gardevoir is a masterpiece of elegance, but elegance follows patterns, and patterns can be solved. People think I won because of my machines, but I won because I treated the battlefield like a fluid dynamics problem. The battle began with her Hawlucha. I didn't send out Luxray immediately. I sent out Bunnelby. It seemed like a mismatch, but I had Bunnelby use Mud Shot not to damage Hawlucha, but to create a high-friction surface on the floor. When Hawlucha tried to land its high jump kick, it couldn't find its footing. The friction coefficient was too low, causing it to stumble, which gave Bunnelby the 0.8-second window needed to land a decisive double slap fueled by kinetic momentum. When she finally brought out Gardevoir, the air changed. The psychic energy was so dense it was actually visible on my sensors. She used Teleport repeatedly, a classic strategy to disorient the opponent. Most trainers try to guess where she will reappear. I didn't guess. I had Luxray use Electric Terrain, but I didn't let the bolts go wild. I had him concentrate the electricity into the air molecules. When Gardevoir teleported, she had to displace air. That displacement caused a static discharge, a tiny spark that acted as a tracer. Luxray followed that spark and met her with a wild charge at the exact coordinate of her reappearance. The final clash was pure strategy. She mega-evolved and prepared a Moonblast. I knew a direct hit would be catastrophic. Instead of attacking, I had Chestnut and Luxray perform a cross-circuit. Chestnut used Spiky Shield to absorb the initial blast, while Luxray used the energy gathered from the shield's discharge to power up a rising voltage. We used her own power against her. By the time the smoke cleared,
the Queen of Kalos realized her grace had been outcalculated by a well-oiled machine. The Monarch's Q&A session.
Monarch CLEMONT, a question from the fans in the Gala region. You are known for your CLEMONT gear inventions. How do you respond to critics who say you rely too much on technology and not enough on the gut feeling of a trainer?
That's a fascinating variable to consider. To those critics, I say this: what is a gut feeling if not the brain processing thousands of tiny data points subconsciously? I just choose to make those data points visible. My bond with Luxray and the others is the power source. The technology is simply the lens through which we focus that power. A wrench is useless without the hand that turns it, and my inventions are useless without the heart of my Pokemon.
Another question. What was the most difficult calculation you had to make during the Masters 8 tournament?
The match against Leon was a statistical nightmare. His Charizard's G-Max Wildfire creates a thermal updraft that changes the trajectory of every projectile move. I had to calculate the wind resistance and heat expansion in real time. If I had been off by even 2%, Jolteon would have been caught in the blaze. It was the most intense 12 minutes of my life.
Finally, what is the next big project for the Kalos Technical Academy?
We are working on the biometric bond link. It's a non-invasive wearable that allows trainers to feel their Pokemon's stamina levels. No more pushing a Pokemon too far because you didn't realize they were tired. We're making the bond something you can actually measure and protect.
The monarch's grand exit. The interview ends, and I stand up, adjusting my glasses one last time. The studio lights begin to cycle through a rapid sequence of gold and white.
Thank you, Galar. Thank you, Kalos. Remember, the world is a giant machine, and you are the ones who keep it running.
I step back into the center of the stage as the floating platform rises. The APOM arms reach out, glowing with blue LED strips, and create a protective arch over me. Luxray lets out one final, thunderous roar that vibrates the very air of the studio.